Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today I'm in Grand Theft Auto 5 single player and I have most of the new vehicles that are going to be released into Grand Theft Auto Online over the coming weeks and months through the drip feed from the Chop Shop DLC. Now unfortunately I can't get into these vehicles and actually drive them around for you, however we can do a walk around all of them and just sort of see what these vehicles are going to look like when they eventually get released into online. So we're going to start off right here. This is the Albany Cavalcade XL and it is based off of a Cadillac Escalade, which I think is pretty cool. I think this vehicle is actually pretty sweet. You can see right there it says Cavalcade XL, and it is of course in Albany. Now it kind of reminds me of the Granger 3600 XL. I would assume that it is probably the exact same model underneath, just with obviously different body panels all over it. The customization for this thing, obviously we can't really tell what's going to be available, but I would assume basically anything that you can put on the Granger 3600 XL, I would think you could put a variant of it on this vehicle. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I am a fan of it. I'm wondering what the performance is going to be like. I would assume it's going to be a lot faster than the Granger 3600 XL. I hope it is, at least because that thing is actually slower than the original Granger from 2013 that we have in the game. So I would hope that this thing is a little bit quicker. I'm thinking it's probably going to be similar to the Escalade V in real life, which I think has 668 horsepower. So obviously that would be pretty cool. The interior on it looks pretty interesting. It doesn't look too insane or anything like that, but it looks pretty decent overall, I would say. So nothing too special inside here, but overall I do think this is going to be a pretty good vehicle. The Albany Cavalcade XL is going to go for $1,665,000. Next up we have the Gallivanter Baller STD. Which, interesting name, obviously. Rockstar's making a little jokey joke there. It reminds me a lot of the Gallivanter Baller ST that we have in online, and I think it's basically going to be sort of a reskin of that car, in all honesty. It does look a little bit more modern though, and I do kind of like it. It appears that it has the exact same interior as the Albany, except kind of weird, it doesn't actually have the logo of the vehicle on the steering wheel, which is kind of strange. I would have assumed that it would, because I think that the Granger has it, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it does. So the interior is the exact same on both of these cars. I think it's a pretty general interior. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks overly great either. But I do think that this is a pretty cool vehicle. I like the proportions of it a lot better than the Gallivanter Baller ST, to be completely honest. I think it's going to be a pretty cool vehicle, and I'm definitely looking forward to customizing this one in online. And the Gallivanter Baller STD is going to go for $1,715,000. And then arguably next up we have one of the coolest vehicles that is going to be released with this DLC, and that is the Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire Interceptor. This thing is a police variant of the Gauntlet Hellfire. As you guys can see on the inside, it has the computer, it also has a radar, it's got the lights on the roof here as well. I think this thing is going to be absolutely sick, and I cannot wait to see what it's going to entail when we actually get it in online. Now, the regular Gauntlet Hellfire actually has a bull bar upgrade that you can put on the front of it, so I would assume we're going to get the same thing plus a few different variants, similar to the brand new Vapid Stanier LE Cruiser. I think this thing is going to have basically the same customization as that as far as the police stuff goes, and then hopefully it's going to have some of the customization that we can get on it regularly. So I think it's going to be really interesting. I cannot wait to get this car in online. I think it's going to make for some pretty cool roleplay opportunities for those of you who like to do that sort of thing. Overall, very cool vehicle. I cannot wait to see it in online. This is going to be going for $4,065,000 with the trade price. Bruh. Without the trade price, $5,420,000, boys. So please, for the love of God, when this releases, get the trade price before you buy it, bruh. That is, it's kind of criminal what they're doing. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, it's kind of ridiculous. Next up, we're getting the Park Ranger SUV as well, available to be purchased through Warstock Cash and Carry. I would assume that the Interceptor is going to be on there as well, but I could totally be wrong. So yeah, this is going to be coming to online. That's going to be very exciting. I've always wanted a police SUV, and I would assume it's going to have the same treatment as the Stanier LE and be able to change up the liveries on it, so that hopefully we could get like a Blaine County Sheriff livery for it and stuff like that. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm very much so looking forward to it. The Park Ranger SUV has always been a favorite of mine. I've always wished that I could actually just have one in my garage and be able to pull it out whenever I want. And now it looks like we're going to be able to, obviously, whenever it actually gets released into online and is actually purchasable. So very cool car. Can't wait to get that in online. Nothing too special on the interior. It's a basic interior. I think it's the same interior as the Canis Seminole and many other vehicles like that. So nothing too special there, but overall very cool vehicle nonetheless. The Park Ranger isn't priced yet. Not really sure what it's going to be going for. I would assume the same as most of the other cop cars and things like that, that it's going to be probably way too expensive. And then next up, we are finally getting a regular Canis Mesa into Grand Theft Auto Online, except it's not called the Mesa, it is called the Canis Terminus. Which is pretty cool. It's going to go for $1,877,000, and it is part of the off-road category. It looks very good, I have to say. I'm not a super big fan of Jeeps in real life, but I do think that this model in particular looks absolutely phenomenal. The interior is maybe a little bit unique even, which is kind of neat. Nothing too special or crazy about it, but I do think it is going to be a very popular vehicle and online. All the white girls are going to like this so that they can cruise down the PCH with all their friends with the roof off, and it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a good thing to have in Grand Theft Auto Online. And then next up, we have the Bravado Dorado, which is basically the Durango. Now, I have a bit of a gripe with this thing. I don't know who the hell asked for this Durango in GTA Online. I think Rockstar may have misheard us when we were talking about the Durango Hellcat, and they gave us the old, like, 2003 Dodge Durango, which is a little bit annoying because I don't think that anyone really wanted this. I mean, sure, it's cool to have. I'm not going to complain about it too much. It is another car at the end of the day. It is within the off-road category. It's going to be going for $1,375,000, which seems like a lot for a 2003 Durango. If you see any of these on the roads in real life, usually they're absolutely shittered. But I don't know. I hope we have some cool customization options for it in online. Maybe we can make it into like a rust bucket. Make it that horrible red that you always see these things in. Hopefully none of you guys own a 2003 Dodge Durango and I've just offended you. If I have, it was just a joke. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's the Dorado. The Dorado is $1,375,000. Next up, of course, we have the Declasse Impaler SZ. This is going for $1,280,000. This is like a early 2000s. Actually, you know what? No, more of like a mid 90s Impala, I think, which is pretty cool. I'm actually a pretty big fan of those. I think that's actually a pretty cool car. I know I was roasting the LX or whatever that thing is. The I totally can't show it on my phone. I forgot I'm not in online. I think this is actually going to be a pretty cool vehicle, though. I'm looking forward to getting it in online. I think it's definitely going to be a pretty popular one. I think these were pretty popular back in the day, especially the ones with, I think there was one with a V8, if I'm not mistaken, and I think that it was quite a popular vehicle. I don't have too much else to say about it. It's not like that special to me. It's cool. Glad we're getting it. Yeah, and it's going for just under 1.3 mil, $1,280,000. Those are the cars that are going to be coming to Grand Theft Auto Online in the coming weeks and months. There's also a Joe-built Phantom, and it's in a cola truck, and it looks like it has a Christmas livery on it. I wasn't able to find it to spawn it in. And the Vapid Benson Cluckin' Bell edition is also going to be available. I couldn't find that one either. So these are just the regular cars that you're going to be able to store in your garages. They are going to be coming into Grand Theft Auto Online in the next few months. So anyway, guys, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed this, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.